Hey guys, I've been waiting for you. It's been a whole week. I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me as much as I missed you. This is your girl Tendai, the hair whisperer, coming to you once again with another exciting texture talk. We're waiting for some people to get on here. I see one. Hey, well, welcome Angela Nicole. We got people that started to just pop in. I love how this thing goes from 0 to 100 real quick. We talked about that last week. So many people, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. Let me just wait before I get silly. Let me get serious for a second, okay? I just want to send a special request to everybody out there from Natural Hair Magazine. We sincerely want to keep the people in Houston and the Louisiana people, everybody that's in Houston and anybody in that area that's being affected right now by the floods. We definitely want to keep them in our prayers. So that's coming out, a request, special request from Natural Hair Mag and from myself. We just want to definitely keep everybody in our prayers because you just never know. Things could change overnight and it could be any one of us. So with that being said, let's get into our topic for conversation today. Hey, welcome back, you guys. This is Texture Talk with the Hair Whisperer Tendai. And again, like I said, it's been a whole week. Last week, guys, 24 hours, 27,000 views. Are y'all serious? Really? This is amazing. I am so excited to be and honored to be able to texture talk with you guys and share my platform with you guys here at Natural Hair Magazine, the audience here. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you're spreading the word. And let's just get a couple things out of the way really quickly. Number one, please share. So if you're watching this right now, don't forget to share this live broadcast. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram under the Hair Whisperer _. Also go to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Hair Whisperer Tendai. Okay. With that being said, I'm so excited. I'm happy to be here, as my brother said. I'm so happy to be here. I really am. And I just got back from Washington, D.C. That was an amazing trip. I was at the Ubiquitous Hair Expo. So shout out to all the people that came to my booth and bought product and came to see me in person and said, you know, that they wanted to try the product and was just really interested and they were watching the show. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Real quick, my hair, I know you guys are looking at my hair, right? Same old twist out from, well, it's not a twist out, it's twisties. I said that before. It's the same twisties, but my hair is growing. You guys see this? I'm loving the way this is turning out, and I've been using great products, and I'll talk to you guys about that too. But our topic for conversation, before I get too far into this, is trimming your split ends. That's why I had all those emoji faces across the back of there, because I literally see people panic when we talk about split ends. They don't want to talk about trimming split ends, let alone get it done. So, you know, this is something that's a really important subject. It's amazing how important trimming your ends is in your natural hair journey. So throughout this whole platform on Texture Talk, if you don't know how it goes, as we go through it, I'm going to discuss some things, bring up some topics for this conversation, and you guys are actually going to respond by asking your questions right in the comments. Ask your questions. Also, I'll actually be providing you guys with whisper tips. So after this is over, you can literally go and in the description box, there's going to be a link where you guys can click on and receive whisper tips directly from me and follow up with information. So be sure to check that out. And you'll see it kind of come up in the feed too from time to time where you can actually click on that link and get the whisper tips there. Okay, be sure to do that. Also, last week we had a winner because I had to, like I said, you know, when you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and Instagram and all that stuff, I literally go pick people out, and we have a winner. The winner from last week is, if you subscribe, you should be listening up, okay? If you didn't subscribe, just hold on one second and subscribe to the channel, okay? That's how you win the stuff. Good stuff. She's actually winning a bundle. This person's name is Peaches Collins. Peaches Collins. So you're the winner from last week. You actually won a big bottle of Whisper Whip and some other products from Healthy Hair Solutions. The Lock Method system, the oil, the curl cream. So hey, good job. Thumbs up there. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I'll be picking another winner, and I'll be giving away a Texture Talk t-shirt. You see this? So be sure to get yours too. It's an amazing shirt, and I'll show you guys this a little bit later. So let's get into this, all right? Yeah, so trimming your ends. This is something that I've seen people have conniption fits, go into convulsions, high blood pressure, really just having a real issue with trimming your ends. So we're going to talk about why it's important to trim your ends. We're going to talk about what causes split ends in the first place. We're going to talk about fairy knots. We're going to talk about how you should trim your ends. Should you straighten your hair to get your hair trimmed? So many questions that people may have. Let's see really quickly who's on here. I see a hi from North Carolina. Hi, Phyllis Combs. Who else is out there? What cities you guys? Type it in. Let me know. Shout out your city. Let me know where you are. Let's get that out the way right now. And we're going to get moving on this thing, okay? So, what causes a split end? Well, if you've ever been in my Texture Talk, I tell you guys, your hands are the best tools you could ever use. They really, really are. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. Hey, Texas. Hey, Shreveport, Louisiana. Hey, North Carolina. Hey, you guys. Hey, STL, Anitra. We going to talk, girl. And Atlanta, GA. Hey, everybody, Birmingham, Alabama. That's where my family is, Birmingham. I got so many people. Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, let's get on into this thing, all right? Thank you guys once again for tuning in. And please share it. Share, let people know that they need to go ahead, click on it, because the Hair Whisperer is about to put it down right about now. So let's talk about these split ends. Where does it come from? All right. First thing, your natural is always your natural. So don't forget to type in my natural is my natural, because that's our affirmation. That's what we use in order to stay on this natural hair journey. I know it can be very frustrating, but this is one of hey, Trinidad, West Indies, what's up? This is one of the topics that people get so nervous about, trimming your hair. It's so important, guys. It makes your hair grow. So besides all that, I know you guys hear that, but you're not trying to hear it, because a lot of us feel like my hair will grow a little bit and then I got to go cut it off. Are you kidding me? You know how long it took me to grow this inch of hair? Okay, several reasons. All right, let's talk about this. When your hair is in a weakened state, meaning that the strands have been straightened and pulled and prodded and all these different things, let's talk about it is straightened, like when you flat iron your hair out or when you relax your hair. It's already weakened, okay? Following the regimen of people who do not look like us. We talked about this before. We talked about the texture spectrum. And if you guys don't know what the texture spectrum is, go back and visit the Natural Hair Mag page and scroll back through. There's other videos, like my first video, we literally talk about the texture categories and the differences. You know, one of those differences, the straight hair being category 1, and then the total opposite end of the spectrum, the texture category being 4, which is a tight coil Z pattern. Okay, there's a difference not only in the way that the sebum comes down, but also in the way that it's manipulated. So split ends, combs, let me show you the relation. All right, when your hair has a curl in it, okay, when your hair has a curl, a comb literally has these straight teeth, right? And so you got these curls, and you go in, you start at the root of your hair, and you comb down. The hair kind of tightens up around that comb, and then it snaps off. Okay, so keep that in your mind. So that snappage, that's kind of setting the tone for these split ends. On top of that, think about one strand of hair being like my 2 fingers right here, right? One strand of hair, and then they're curly. Now, naturally on the one side, the category 1 texture side, the hair is straight. So if you go in with the comb, it's going to comb straight through. However, when your hair is curly, it's not going to comb straight through. It's going to stop and pop. Okay, stop. And you're going to have to snap it off or detangle it somehow. And when you do that, that straight hair now that's like this, it literally splits. It becomes like this because you've snapped it off. You've actually torn it off, and now it splits. And when it splits, guess what? It stays split. It's not going to mend back. There's no product to magically glue it back together. When that splits like that, now that strand has become weakened. And so this part's going to break off. Then it's going to split a little further, and this one's going to break off, and it's going to split a little further, and it keeps going on and up. And the thing about it is that if you pay attention to somebody's hair, right? Like if you're ever in back of them and you're looking at their their hair, and you'll see like where they gotten it trimmed, right? They've gotten it trimmed, and then all of a sudden you start seeing this jagged edge, these lines is going like this. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really crazy how that goes. But on top of that, all right, those split ends going up, it doesn't stop. Because what you guys will do will go into your salon and you'll tell your stylist, don't cut too much off. Don't cut too much off. Or you'll talk so much, you get so nervous that when they do comb your hair down, they're trimming around down here. Now, there's a problem with that, with just trimming down here and not actually elevating your hair. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all go to a stylist and they're not literally standing your hair up like this, and trimming your ends like this and elevating it all over your head, doing all this good stuff and trimming it and elevating and doing what you're supposed to do, you're not getting a trim. Because guess what? The hair up here does not reach down here. You see there's two different lengths. It doesn't reach. So you're going to trim here at the bottom, and all this hair up here is still going to be split. And guess what? It's going to keep on breaking its way right on down to Neverland. So it's important to get your ends trimmed. Let's backtrack a little bit, okay? And don't forget, whisper tips are going to be provided for you in the comment section. You see where it says, click on the link to register now for Texture Talk tips and a chance to win free gifts. Click that link when we're done. And, get your whisper tips. You guys can get that stuff. You provide a little bit of information. And plus, I'll be able to include you guys in my giveaways for sure. So we were talking about our split ends. You guys have questions about that before we go any further. I know some of y'all are like, oh my God. But think about this though. When your hair stays blunt, meaning that the ends are cut the right way, it continues to grow from your scalp. And now it's staying in your head. See, y'all get so afraid to cut these split ends off, but the split ends are cutting themselves. Yeah, they're cutting themselves off. So while y'all trying to hold on, it's breaking off anyway. And so you're still being not really getting the full effect of what your hair could do. Okay, let's talk about another little step, not trimming it properly, right? So this hair is like this. And then it splits. So how about the ones who say trim a little bit, just trim a little bit? So let's think about this one strand of hair. We cut here. Okay, your 3D vision of this. It's still split. You cut down here, but it's still split. Look at that. Still split, which means that you have to literally find where that split stops at, like right here, and you have to cut there to make it even again. The longer you wait to trim your hair, the more hair you're going to have to get cut off. So it's best, if you're wanting to maintain length, cut it when the split ends are smaller, okay? And then you'll actually retain more length. That's a trick, okay? My hair is long. What can I do to make it longer? Trim your ends. Okay? Trim your ends. That's really, really important to help your hair to continue to grow. So let's talk about this. Also, we mentioned how often you should trim your ends. So I'll tell you guys this. When you're using a comb on your hair, and you're actually causing more split ends, you're going to have to trim your hair a lot often than I do, or a person who does not use combs as often, okay? And let me clarify, when I say don't use combs, I'm saying is, use your fingers, stretch it out, make sure that the knots are out of your hair, and then gently use a comb on it from the ends if you're going to use a comb. But I'm telling you, for the sake of being able to hold on to your strands and keep them growing, it's really important to make sure that you're following these regimens. My hands are the best tools I can ever use. That's one of the tips that I give you guys. I give you guys that all the time. I say it in Texture Talk. We also say my natural is my natural. As a matter of fact, right now, MN is MN. That means my natural is my natural. You guys go ahead and type that in, because that's our affirmation. We do that every single time, right? We're going to go back and look at some of these questions. It's a high top. I trim it every 2 weeks. Okay. That's what's up. Let me go back. I think you must have said something else. My hair is long. What can I use to make it long? We talked about trimming. Checking in at the moment. Awesome. Hey, Mom. That's my mom. Let's see who else. Meanwhile, let's see. We'll keep on going. we'll keep on going because you guys have some questions coming up, and I love that. Make sure you guys type in "my natural is my natural." Also, let's talk about how you should trim your hair. Another huge question that people hit me with is, well, don't I have to straighten my hair in order to get my texture, get my hair trimmed? Okay, what do you guys think? Let's see what you guys are thinking about that. I'll wait for a second. I'm going to tell you the answer. The answer is no. Well, yes and no. Okay. It really depends on if you're planning on being a natural straight hair person. When I say natural straight, meaning you're not going to relax your hair, but you're going to wear your hair straight. That you like to flat iron and do all these different things with your hair. If you're planning on wearing a straight style, then you need to trim your hair straightened, or cut it for straight styles. Now, if you plan on wearing your hair curly, you need to trim it curly. And let me tell you why. Curls hang at different lengths, right? And if you guys imagine a bush or your trees, your shrubs outside, when you get ready to, get your house together, right? And you got these bushes that are growing all kinds of ways. And you know I love to draw, so, I get my paper out and I start to draw every now and then. So you have these bushes that are kind of like, and they're kind of like all over, right? Just kind of these bushes. These are bushes. And they look a mess, right? I know you guys can see that. Maybe. I don't know. If you can't see it, then, yeah. They're bushes. They're kind of all over the place, right? Anything around this line, meaning anything around the line, and I'll make a line so you guys can see. See that round line that's there? That I put on there? Anything above that line almost has to go to give you symmetry. Okay, to give you symmetry. So, for example, like with my hair, let's talk about my hair. So my hair is curly, right? It has texture. Clearly, some strands of my hair are going to be hanging longer than others, right? Some are longer than others. So if I was to go in, stand all my hair up, it's not going to be even because some parts hang longer than others. But if I want to keep this style and keep this shape and keep it flowing, I don't want to straighten my hair out and trim it, because what happens is I'll end up with a fro that's shorter than what I wanted, okay? When you stretch the strand out, say for instance I cut this out here, and then I cut here to blend in with this, right? See, now it's way out here. Then I go in and I cut to match here. That hair now is shrunken to here. It's shorter. You see that? So you have to cut for curl. So a person goes in and they cut your hair for curl, you got to understand that when you straighten your hair out, it's not going to be even because it's not cut for symmetry, and that's okay. Understand that if you plan on wearing your hair textured or curly, you want to do what's best for that particular style. I tend to think that natural hair reminds me more of a bush. Natural hair, just hair in general, all textures kind of remind me of nature, right? Some trees hang, some leaves hang and they sway like this, right? I've seen those long leaves, those weeping willows that just hang and they swing back and forth. And then other ones like pine trees, they stand like this. Or you have some trees that have more of a shape that's kind of, big. The leaves move a little bit, like mine. My leaves move a little bit. But some of them don't really move at all. They're just really, really stiff. And if that's the case, then you have to kind of decide what shape you want to have. Because, my hair is not like round, but it's hanging down to the point where I can actually, shape it and move it in different ways and, make it do different things like this and, kind of pull it around that way. I mean, there's a lot of different things I could do with it. And that's one of those things you have to understand. It's not necessarily about the length. People say, I want my, stretch my hair out, make it longer. Well, the more you pull on your hair, the more you're going to have to end up trimming your ends because your hair is going to start to split from being manipulated so much. Does that make sense? I want to get to all the questions you guys have. And again, please, fire away. I saw somebody mention something about, I'm going to go back at this one. And thanks for typing in my natural. I'm naturally curly. What's a good product to use on curly hair? And one more question. Okay. No, you have another question there. Well, type the second question so I can see that one. Of course, I'm going to always shout out my products, but there's so many, you know what I mean? We talk about, I got to put my glasses on so I can see these questions. We talk about all kinds of things for hydration. Of course, I'm going to mention my products. Visit healthyhair.solutions to check those out. But there are tons of products that you can use. But the main thing is your products are only going to work as well as you allow them to work, only as well as you manipulate your hair. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get results. You guys mentioned a lot, how did I get these curls in my hair? My hair is 2-strand twisted. So my natural texture is a 3A. I have really, really fine strands of hair. Okay, and if you're not sure what the texture category thing is, remember to go back and check out one of the other videos on how to define your texture. It's the very first one that I did. But this is 2-strand. They're 2 strands, and people think that I took them down, but I didn't. They're still there. So all I did literally was took little bitty strands of hair, and it's growing so fast too, guys. And I twisted my hair up. 2-strand twists. Can you guys see it? It's just 2-strand twisted. And then on the very, very end, after I do that, I just kind of twist it like this with my finger and then wet it. And it does its own thing from day to day. And I know I make it sound so easy, but you know, it's a little bit of work, a little bit, because the very first initial start, you have to go in and make all these little tiny twists and then ring it up. So who has questions about straightening your hair? Straightening your hair or curly hair, anything like that? You guys have any questions about that? And if so, go ahead, fire away. Let me go back and take a look, see what you guys are talking about. Because I see all kinds of stuff popping up on here. All right, she says, my natural is my natural. Yes, it is. Let me go on down. Hello, do I have to cut off all my relaxed hair to start to grow my hair natural? All right, let's talk about that. Wonderful question. Akanki. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry. The thing is that no, you don't have to cut off all your relaxed hair initially. But I will tell you this. The relaxed hair is going to break off. It's going to. There's no way around it. Your relaxed hair is literally a lot weaker than your natural hair, your DNA produced hair. So it's going to break off at that point, that meeting point. It's going to break off. So it will cut itself. And I tell people, if you don't want to be shocked, find a style that you really, 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 really love. Like I went and started looking at a bunch of big chops, and some of them are so cute. Guys, I'm telling you, our faces really have some amazing structure to them, and they tend to work very well with shorter hair. It really does. All the way through, you have to find styles that you're going to be able to work with through every single stage. You know what I'm saying? So I have pictures. I can actually show you guys my hair when it was this long, and I literally had a part right through here, and it was like a little bitty thing. But hey, I found good makeup tips, and I started rocking my big glasses. Y'all know my glasses, these ones right here. You know, I started rocking my cute little glasses with the diamonds on them. Started rocking those. And shout out to Sharice's Pieces. That's where I got these in Philly. Make some noise if you're there, Sharice, because they always ask me where these glasses come from. But yeah, I mean, you can have so much fun different ways with your face, celebrating your fuller lips, your nose, your eyes, you know, just understanding what your face can do at each stage. I think that's a part of the natural hair journey that a lot of people fall in love with. Once they realize that they can do things at each stage, it becomes such a personal journey of self-love and discovery. You start to discover, wow, I do have nice eyes, or wow, my nose isn't as big as I thought it was. As a matter of fact, my nose fits my lips. My round features actually fit my hips. That's a song. I'm gonna write that down a little bit later. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys like the glasses. Let me go back. Is there a way to straighten my hair without damaging it or messing it up? Yeah, there is. There is. It's called heat interval training. I actually have a video on YouTube that talks about how to straighten your hair without causing heat damage. And it really depends on what your texture category is. Are your strands really, really fine? Are your strands thicker? Do you have a lot of hair concentrated per square inch? That really, really determines how much damage you're actually going to do in one sitting. So, you know, you got to kind of play around with that and make sure you have somebody that knows what they're doing. And we could talk more about that. Let me go and see if I can find some more questions about, I don't want to jump subjects, but we can definitely talk more about how to straighten your hair without causing heat damage. Can I go back and forth with straightening then wearing my hair curly? Looks like this may be the topic we may end up going to. My hair does not need a twist. Is it tightly curled from the roots? What do I use? Hold on 1 second. Let me get my real glasses out. Don't be laughing at me. Okay. My hair does not need a two twist. It is tightly curled from the roots. What do I use to and I hate it. You know, I'm going to actually see if I can get this thing. I want to see the whole question. So let me see if I can make this happen. Excuse me, guys. These old darn sinuses of mine again. From the roots. Is it good to use a leave-in conditioner on natural hair? Yeah. I mean, you can definitely use a leave-in conditioner for sure to help with the detangling process, and it helps to keep your hair pliable. Our hair is not supposed to be bone dry. You know, if you guys remember when people had Jerry curls, that hair was growing like crazy. Am I right or wrong? How many of y'all actually had Jerry curls? Make some noise if you had a curl. That Soul Glo. Now we got that natural Soul Glo, but some of y'all had some juicy curls, boy. I ain't gonna lie. But and then when the hair was hydrated and moisturized, it grew like crazy. Am I right or wrong? So a leave-in is not gonna hurt for sure. What do you think about clay washing your hair? I'm just gonna go ahead and the clay washing, guys. I really don't have anything for you at this moment about the clay washing. I see so many things that come across new ahas and new techniques and new things, and I just gotta tell you that I am I'm a cosmetologist. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and barber I've been licensed for over 20 some odd years, but I've been behind the chair for 30 some odd years, 34 plus. And I've seen so many things come and go. I know that it's all about balance. Everything is about balance. And for example, there was a time when people were going crazy about protein treatments. Oh, I'm getting ready to do a protein treatment. Oh, I'm getting ready to do a protein treatment. I just did 6 protein treatments on my head. And they thought that their hair was actually going to be better because they did more. See, what you got to understand is that everything is about balance. I would have to know exactly why you're using the clay, and you know, that's more research, and I'll actually do that and tell you my opinion based on my findings. I'll do that because right now I've heard a lot about different people doing different things, but it always comes back to me looking at their hair saying you should have just stopped washing your hair with so much shampoo and it would have been fine. So, you know, I can't really give you a fair opinion on that, okay? But let me do some research and then I'll give you an honest answer next Wednesday. How about that? I could definitely do that. Let's see what else we got. Did you guys check out the eclipse? I was actually flying when that happened. What's your thoughts on apple cider vinegar? That's another one of those things that's like, why you doing it? You know, it's about balance. Apple cider vinegar can be used for a lot of things. I mean, I literally drink a little bit every night before I go to bed. It helps to cut fat. It helps to help sleep better, and the whole nine. But I know that if I don't use it a certain way, it's going to actually burn the enamel off my teeth and then, you know, cause problems in my digestive system as well. But on my hair, I've used it when people have had an allergic reaction. That can, you know, do that. I've used it to wash, to pre-treat Kanekalon fiber hair before a person gets their hair braided. I've used it for that, to actually get that excessive gook off of the hair. It can be used for a lot of different reasons, but just as a one-time go-to, you have to know your starting point. Again, guys, I need you guys to say my natural is my natural. Just because one person says that something is good, yeah, this is what I did, that doesn't mean it's going to necessarily work for you. That's almost like closing your eyes and just taking darts and throwing it at a dartboard. I hope this sticks. I hope that one sticks. I hope that sticks. You know, you're going to be frustrated. And that's what I want to do, is help you guys to get rid of that frustration. Tell me what it is that you're wanting to do with the apple cider vinegar. What is your reason for wanting to use apple cider vinegar? Yeah, I'm skeptical about it in my hair, but everyone seems to like it. Don't think my hair grows tightly from the roots. Okay. Yeah. Why do you need it? You know, that would be my question. people do things out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what your starting point is and why you would need to do a certain things would help. For example, let's go back to the protein treatments again, because that was such a popular thing, right? With the protein treatments, people were thinking that, oh, it's going to make their hair stronger, or they were thinking that it was going to make your curls come in after you've caused problems with your curl pattern. And in some capacity, yeah. So let's talk about this. Your hair is made out of keratin, which is a protein, okay? When you actually go in and use color, for example, you may bleach your hair, you may lighten your hair up with bleach, right? And then you'll turn around and rebuild the infrastructure. So once you do that, like take the bleach, what will happen is that your hair, the bonds kind of weaken and the hair kind of hangs down if it's manipulated too much in the process, right? So then you go back in and you put properties, not the same keratin that you naturally produce for your hair, but it's a structure that kind of builds a framework or a sort of a skeleton inside to help the hair to build back up a little bit so it stays on your head instead of jumping off. There's a reason that you use these things. So, you know, again, with the black castor oil, with the apple cider vinegar, I have to, you know, you have to know what your starting point is and your why. You know, I would like to know why you are wanting to use the products that you're using. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, you just be mixing up a lot of stuff and basically create, I call it salad dressing, you know, because half the stuff that y'all tell me you're using on your head, it sounds like salad dressing to me. I like to cook. You know, you got apple cider vinegar, put some honey mustard in there, a little bit of sugar, and then a base of honey itself. Yeah. You can let the bees chase you around if you want to. And I mean actual bumblebees looking for you. Does aloe vera juice help? Aloe vera juice is wonderful. I love aloe vera juice. Depends on what you're using it for. Once again, you know, everything's not for everybody all the time. I had somebody tell me, oh, I wash my hair with baking soda. Well, that may be great for a little while, but then after your hair goes into an overproduction this way, then you just, well, it was working for a while, but now it doesn't work anymore. So now you got to go back the other direction. So you have to just know what works for you when. Guys, the weather's about to change, and I did a video on this a few years back about the weather changing and how you need to change your regimen according to what the weather's doing. It's about to get cold, so a deep conditioning mask is going to be a good addition to your natural hair regimens, okay? Going in and actually pulling it through. Be sure to check out my videos on YouTube. Be sure to check out the other videos that we have here on Natural Hair Mag that I've done in previous weeks, like last week and the week before. And you guys can get some really good tips on the products to use. Let me go back and see, what do you use on your hair? Kel Moore. I thought that said Ken Morris. That's my husband. Kel Moore. I use my products. Visit healthyhair.solutions. And as a matter of fact, be sure to click on the link in the bio for more whisper tips, and I'll tell you exactly what's in there. Let's see. I saw a question come up that caught my eye just now. I haven't had chemicals in my hair in over 30 years. Now it's naturally gray. And I'm going to pull this up because this thing does not allow me to see the whole question the way it is. And I hate that. Let's see. I'm newly watching. Can you share the name of your sites? Absolutely. Healthyhair.solutions. www.healthyhair.solutions is my website. And also check me out on Facebook. Tendai Robin Morris. Tendai Robin Morris. Okay. And also on Instagram under the Hair Whisperer _ the Hair Whisperer _ You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is the Hair Whisperer Tendai. Okay, so check me out there. What about avocado as a deep treatment? Yeah, avocado is amazing. It has really good fat in it that helps to condition the hair nicely and creates a really good shine on the hair. Yeah, if you're into doing those things, yeah, avocado is amazing. Whisper Whip is fire. My daughter loves it. She has a beautiful fro and it's thick. I'm so glad she loves it. That was Anita. I have slow growing hair. Yeah, a lot of people do have slow growing hair. And what I would say, you know, your hair grows from within your bloodstream. It comes from your growth comes from the bloodstream. So feed yourself internally with the right things. They mentioned avocados. It's really good to eat avocados too, because it helps to give you the good fats that you need. Almonds, fish, definitely biotin. Taking a really good vitamin E, those kinds of things helps to grow your hair. I have fine hair that is frizzy. What can I use to tame the frizz? You need to check my website out. That's what I will tell you. I do have some amazing things. And let me tell you guys what causes frizz, all right? Frizz is caused by combs. We just talked about this, guys. So if you have like all these strands of hair, right? All these strands, let's say that they're curled up and they're, you know, like this. They grow out and they'll grow together and they're kind of, you know, coiled up like this, right? You comb them, they all fray out, they curl up anyway, and then they go against each other. And now the strands are just frizzy. They're all just kind of hanging out there doing their thing. And if you go in literally with the right product, something really, really light, and then just kind of run your fingers through your hair and then let it sit, meaning don't go like this and then fluff it out. No. Run your fingers through your hair and then let it sit in that wave pattern and let it dry. After it dries, shake your hair out. And then from the root, gently kind of lift it up so that your curls on the end stay. Like, for example, my hair in the roots are very, very, they're not defined out like here because I had my hair twisted. I twisted my hair out weeks and weeks ago, okay? And then now it's starting to grow out. So the roots are just, you know, thicker and fuller, which gives me that volume in my hair, which I'm okay with it. I like the volume. I don't eat it, but I love it in my hair. Avocado. Yes, it's a good thing. How do you loosen tightly coiled hair? You know what? This is where we say my natural is my natural again. Okay, because when you say loosen, it makes me think that you're wanting to mimic somebody else's texture, which I can understand that. Okay, but my natural is important. I need you to go back and take a look at the video, but I'm going to talk to you about it. So if you have a tightly coiled strand of hair, going in and hydrating your hair and pulling it through and letting your curls, she was a sad face, letting your curls kind of come through, you can see exactly what it does. But using your fingers helps to train your hair, train your strands. Hair has memory. So what you do to it over and over again, that's the results you're going to get. That's why sometimes when you see people who have natural hair and their curls look so perfectly and they're just defined, it's because they've set them and really literally forgot, like left them alone for the most part, or been very gentle with them, like just kind of using their hands and, you know, like I'm grabbing it and then just kind of standing it up, but I'm not taking it and fluffing it apart and pulling on it constantly. You know, you have to find your texture zone and let it stay in that category as it grows out, because it's literally going to grow from your scalp and continue to wind just like that all the way out. You know, find that sweet spot where your hair curls up the closest at and is hydrated. That's where your hair is going to continue to just kind of accumulate. Our hair doesn't get long, it accumulates, and then you get length on it, you know, or fullness or volume. That's really how our hair goes. We have to start kind of embracing those other our terminology. Like, I have long flowing hair. No, I have big bodacious hair. That's what we have sometimes. So we have to understand those terms and put those into play. Any tips for 4C hair? My daughter is 4C and likes to wear afro and twist outs, but this is where I need to find what you guys are talking about here. Let me see if I can find another question as this comes up, because it's so important. Okay, please scroll up and answer the seborrhea question for me. That's my only question. Okay, let me scroll back. Seborrheic dermatitis, you have that? We actually talked about that last week and what that is. So, oh man, let's go back to the seborrheic dermatitis, because I know that's a question. A lot of people feel like that's just a crazy, a super dandruff, so to speak. It's like I got super dandruff. Like my dandruff, I scratch flakes out that look like little giant cornflakes on steroids. People say that, like whole pieces of their scalp are coming up, right? So how does this happen? Okay, a lot of people feel like this dandruff is what it is. It's dandruff, or is it seborrheic dermatitis? Or what is it exactly? They go to the dermatologist and they tell, oh, you have seborrheic dermatitis. Use this shampoo on your head and your hair in your scalp and let it sit on there. It is called Nizoral or this other stuff that they give them, and they shampoo their hair with it. And their scalp, the stuff goes away, but then their hair is crunchy as all get out. They can't do anything with their hair. But then there's a major problem. So what the way that happens is the person that asked me that question about seborrheic dermatitis. Let me go back. I see your name, Arlene Smith or Sim. Have you ever had a relaxer? Answer me that question. Have you ever had a relaxer on your hair? I'm scrolling up so I can see it. Ooh, somebody said my daughter is 12 and wants a Brazilian blowout. Well, anyway, let's go back. If you've ever had a relaxer on your hair, and I don't care how old it was, I don't care how long you can say, oh, I had a relaxer, but it was 30 years ago, you know, and I don't know why it's doing this. See, the thing is that when you have a fungus on your scalp, that fungus doesn't go away just because you cut your hair off. It's still there. Okay, or you've gone natural. The fungus is on your scalp and it's just growing. It's multiplying. That's the word I'm looking for. It's multiplying, and it keeps on going. The two parts. Okay, the ratio is equal parts. So half and half. You can take a half or two, mix the oil, and just get a good consistency on it and go for it. All right. So to answer that question, you know, I'm glad you watched last week, and that did give you like a setting as far as how you can go about, you know, using the Monistat 7 to help to kill that fungus, because it's a problem. And as far as the Brazilian blowout on your daughter, and the young lady who mentioned the Brazilian blowout on her daughter, what I will tell you is that there are some Brazilian blowouts that are not necessarily good for your lungs. So be careful there. I use the Keratin Complex by Coppola, which was pretty good, and it's more harmful for the stylist than it is necessarily on your hair. It's just that, you know, stylists, we were having a problem with it because of doing so many, and every time you put the heat on it and all of that smoke emitting off of the, you know, the hair and us inhaling it, it was causing major problems. So it's a concern. Now, does it work? Yes. And I'll tell you why. Because it's like putting a coat of fingernail polish on a strand of hair. The elements actually can't get into the hair shaft in order to make the hair configure back to that curl pattern. So it helps it to stay straight. And it literally sloughs off over time. Mixed Girl Moisture, please. Oh, yes. Hey, your natural is your natural. We'll go back and just kind of touch on the textures real quickly and why, how moisture is obtained and why, really quickly. So we got category 1, straight hair, category 2, slightly wavy, category 3, S pattern, and category 4, Z pattern. On the straight side, you have to start with shampoo more so, because when you don't, your hair becomes really oily because of sebum, which is in your scalp. That sebum slides down your hair strand because the hair is straight, and it makes the hair really greasy over time. You go all the way to the other side, that sebum doesn't slide down as easily because the hair starts to curl and it starts to stand up. The more your hair stands up, it defies gravity, which means that oil is not traveling up anywhere. It's staying more towards your scalp, which means that we naturally have on the S and Z side, or curly, or all that, the more you get to the curly side, the more likely your hair is going to be dry, which means that you need to start with a conditioner. So shampoo on the straight side, conditioners on the other side for cleansing. Right? And you shampoo after you get a buildup on your hair and as needed. Okay? Remember, co-washing is your friend if you're curly. Co-washing is your friend if you're curly. Co-washing is your friend if you're what, guys? curly. Yep, my beautician offers this professional hair product called Soul Release. Have you heard of it? I have not heard of it, but if you share it, I would love to do a review on it. Send it to me. I would love to do a review and see what it's all about. Any products out there you guys want me to do a review on, let me know. And I am looking for companies to actually send me some product. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I use products on all kinds of clients, not just my own. I use all kinds of products. So, and you know, like edge tamers and all that good stuff. And I want to be able to provide you guys with some options in different ways and stuff you can do with your hair. Like for example, on my hair, I used on my edges today, I wanted a light edge hold, so I kind of made little lines. But I put on my edges today good old-fashioned Vaseline. Yes, I did. I just laid my edges down and I just went on ahead and put some little lines in because I didn't want it to hold hard. So that's what I did. Just a little bit of Vaseline, and that was my baby edges. What are your thoughts on using no oils? Hold on. What'd you say? What are your thoughts on using no oils on the hair? You're talking about for straightening your hair? Alexandra Dior. Also, I just ordered Whisper Whip. I've tried so many things. I hope it works. I hope it works for you too. What I want you to do is reach out to me. If you have questions, let me know. Let me walk you through it because I know it'll be amazing. And I have an actual video for how to use Whisper Whip properly. So definitely check that out. What do you know about, well, let me go back. What do you know about WYN products? I really don't know anything about WYN products. That's all I know. Thanks for the info. Should use it daily. Should I use it daily? Yes, for at least I'd say 30 days on and 30 days off. There's so many videos on YouTube that tell you how to use the Monistat 7 mixed with the oil. Yeah, I wish I could go natural, but I don't know how to keep it up. Gloria, Gloria, Gloria. Gloria, Gloria. Oh, Gloria, Gloria. Things ain't been the same since your hair's gone away. Oh, I was wrong for that. But you know what? If you don't go natural, your hair is gonna go away. Ah, Gloria. Gloria, seriously, you have to stop relaxing your hair. Woo. Please stop it, because your hair is going to leave. It's going to just melt out of your scalp, and it's going to actually cause these bald spots all the way through here, you know, and you're going to look like gas don't burn in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. George Jefferson. I took a whole lot of trying. I'm in a singing mood tonight, but I'm not going to sing all night long because it's so much fun, but I'm going to keep it moving. Have you heard about Naturally Smitten, made for type, what hair? Type, I haven't. Send me some. Send me some. Inbox me, and I would love to try it. I love to review it. I like to give you guys my honest opinion about it. I want to tell you about all the products. I have all my products, but I want to, you know, it's not just about my products. I use a whole lot of stuff. I don't just use my stuff. I use what it takes to make it work. All right? Wish I could go natural. That was you again, Gloria. Gloria, you can definitely go natural. You just have to find styles that's going to take you through your natural hair journey, meaning from whatever length you decide to take. Like some people decide they want to let their hair grow out this long, and then, you know, but by that time the relaxed hair is broken off anyway, so they got like that Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, look. It's got like some long pieces and some short, and you stand the hair up, you can literally see where the hair is, and then you got these other pieces. And I tell people all the time, long strands of hair is not cute. That is not cute at all, okay? So, yeah, you could definitely do it. Understand that, you know, you're not going to have this long flowing hair. I think that's the first thing you need to accept, that, hey, we're not white. We're not Asian. Asian, combination. I'm not. I have curls. And I mean, well, let me backtrack, because you don't have to be black, be white to have straight hair. I mean, the Asians literally have the straightest hair, but the curlier hair can be in any race. I mean, I've seen Jewish women with curly hair. I've seen, of course, Hispanic women with curly hair, biracial women, black women. I mean, we all have this curl, so we have to know exactly what to do with it. And literally, straightening our hair is just not our friend, guys. So the quicker you realize that, you know what? I've met people who said the exact same thing. I can't go natural. But then when they go natural and they start to understand their zone and what they could do with their hair, oh, baby, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They walk in with a whole new attitude. They walk in and pose every chance they're getting. You can see them just like this, just on everything. They walk in the room and just pose for no reason, and they actually look more put together, if you ask me. I think it's gorgeous. I think natural hair is beautiful, and this is just an observation. It's not fact. I'm gonna tell you guys this is an observation. All right, most of the black women I know, or women with of color, tend to have rounder noses. The lips are fuller. And I feel like we're designed with circles in mind. I mean, we got the and the you know what I'm saying, the back, the dogs and the hips. There's circles in mind. And then people a lot of times who, have the that more Asian, it's more lined, so their hair is straight. It just looks like, to me, and I'm not God, so I don't know exactly what he had in mind when he created all this, but I do know that a lot of times when I see women who have more bold features, when they have straight, especially the straight shiny wigs, oh my God, it just looks, it just don't, guys, I don't even have words for it. I look at it and I just have to stop. And I just stare. And I just look at it. F him. And I just think to myself, you should go natural. You really should. Especially when I see the ones that have it straight and it's curled and it's all the way down to their waist. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, don't you know that you have a costume on? That's a costume. I mean, seriously, they sell those same wigs at the Halloween store. You know what I'm saying? Stop letting these Chinese people and these Arabs and people trick y'all into buying these cheap wigs that don't look right. Or at least get a textured wig. Get a textured one that's full and big. I'm telling you, you're going to think. And some people think, well, let me just throw my hands up. Makes me want to holler and throw up both my hands. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep it moving. Slow release. I'm going to follow you and watch you until I decide to go natural. Gloria, are you in St. Louis? I believe you are. If you're in St. Louis, me and you, we need to have a meeting. I need you to go to my style seat, the Hair Whisperer Tendai, and I need you to schedule an appointment for a consultation, because we're gonna talk face to face, because there's no need to. See, the thing is that when you guys are putting this relaxer on your head, we came here to talk about split ends, but I know we talk about so much more too. But when we come here and we talk about these things, you guys don't understand that the relaxer, every time you put that on your head, you're literally causing your fibroid tumors to get larger. If you've already had your surgery for your fibroid tumors, then you're feeding something else. So it's a huge thing to just go natural. Be natural and understand your natural, because it's not going anywhere. Why, guys? Because my natural is my natural. Type it out again. Let's let each other know. And Lori, I appreciate you watching. Keep watching, but it's gonna be me and you. We gotta make this happen. After the big chop, it took about a year to figure out how to work with my hair. Yeah, understandably. I mean, and you have to commit to it. Because the thing is that literally as soon as we were born, like, you're a baby, right? The baby comes out. First thing they do, let me see the baby's hair. Let me see the baby hair. Here, I say, well, let me see the baby hair. Ooh, she got good hair, okay? She got that baby hair. It's laying all down. They brushing it and smiling. And after about 3 months, the baby sweat and cry real good. That hair start curling up like this. And everybody start looking real silly at the baby. Ooh, she gonna have that hair like his daddy. That's their daddy hair. That's daddy's side of the family hair. That's so wrong. Why do we do that? And we put a stigma on that baby as soon as it comes out. We're the only ones who feel like as soon as the baby come out, we gotta watch it. Like it's a time bomb ticking, about to blow up. Ain't nothing wrong with that baby's hair. Let him grow out. Let it grow out and just be what it's gonna be and learn how to work it. See, we were taught how to work with straight hair. That's what we were taught. And so we think the baby come out with the smooth hair, it's supposed to stay that way. But when the wind hit it and the elements hit it and the baby eats a real meal, his hair gonna curl up and he go through puberty. Oh, it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just want to keep on following natural hair regimens, going through combing the hair and making and snapping it off and doing all these things. That wasn't what it was meant to be. And the baby sitting there just confused. As soon as he learn how to talk, first word y'all teach him is nappy. You got some nappy hair just like your daddy. Look at your little nappy head self. You're just nappy headed. Look at you. That's such a negative thing to say to a kid, and we grow up with this stigma and we feel like, oh my God, she cute. But when you gonna get a relaxer? Is she old enough to get a relaxer? Let's put it in a box and put a kid on it and say it's a kiddie perm. It's still a perm, guys. It's still sodium hydroxide, aka liquid Drano. Let me see what else we got. Blue Magic as a sealant. Woo. I mean, yeah, you're going to have to wash it off real good. But, there's so many other products that can hydrate your hair. And I guess it just really depends on what it is you're wanting to do. I'm not knocking the old school stuff. I'm really not. Because back in the day, what was that stuff that it was a jar. It was kind of shiny and it was kind of like a cardboard jar. You take it off. And, you had to kind of pop it open. But it had this grease and they used to press your hair with it. I forgot this stuff was called. But anyway, I don't really knock the products back in the day because people weren't getting relaxers as much. And, I remember my grandmother, she wore wigs, but, she would plait her hair. And her plaits would literally be down to here. You know what I'm saying? And their hair tend to be a lot healthier. And I tend to go back to those times to look for my regimens and the things that I do with people's hair. I use my hands a lot. I use stretching techniques and, braiding. That's where all of this stuff comes from now. All this natural hair stuff, it comes from the stuff they used to do way, way back in the day. And putting a little twist on it with hydration type products. I personally like things that's going to allow your strand to be what it is, a hair strand. I really don't like to make it not movable. I like movement. I like pliability with the hair and all that stuff. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, so many questions. Not Sonic. Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's see here. What other questions we got? God, there's been so many. Royal Crown. Yes, that's the stuff. Yes, that's it. Hair rep. You want to be a rep? Royal Crown. That's the stuff. Dax. Bergamot. That was another one. My daughter had a texturizer put in 5-year-old granddaughter hair. Oh, Lord. Oh, take me now. Guys, a texturizer is the same chemical as a relaxer. Yeah. Poor baby. Well, tell them please don't do it anymore because now, literally, all of the hair that you relax. So just imagine that this is your scalp, right? These are hairs growing up out of there. So just say, for instance, you taking these naps, okay, these curls, and you relax them straight now. They're all, straight. Everything above your scalp is going to break off. As your new hair comes out, the stronger hair comes out, then all of the relaxed hair is going to go away. We talk about that. So, yeah, anytime you relax the hair that you don't want to keep. I'll say that. So, you see, for all y'all keep saying, relax it if you don't want it to stay on your head. And if you want to continue to feed your fibroids, go right ahead. I'm not going to do it. Do I sound like I got an attitude right now? I don't. It's just that, I want you guys to embrace your natural and really understand. And I have to give it to you real and raw. I can't just... My grandmother uses that too. Okay, what causes your head to itch? Well, it could be a number of things. A lot of times it's funguses and, just a lot of different things that could cause your head to itch. Over shampooing your hair. Like if you've been shampooing your hair using that sulfate in your scalp, it can make it itch. you know, if you're doing too much of it, because it'll dry your hair out. But, you know, you have to have a balance in your life. Let me look at my time here. I don't want to go over. You guys got more questions for me? Let me know. I'm waiting. So we're at 7:59. Guys, it has really been... Can you do a wash and go every day? Can you do a wash and go every day? And I would say in the summertime, yeah. But when it gets cold, I'm not wash and go every day because I don't want icicles hanging off my head. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to do that. So, that is about my time, guys, for the night. The time went by so fast tonight. That's really cool. You guys said that something about a satin pillowcase. Somebody said something about a satin pillowcase. Yes, I use a satin pillowcase. I don't like bonnets on my head because I don't like my head to be squeezed. I think I mentioned that in my other video. And I like to just lay on a satin pillowcase because it allows me to kind of just be free. And when I get up, you know, it's going to kind of be, you know, packed down a little bit. But when I get in the shower, I can just let the water hit it and shake it out. Wait a minute. I used to perm my hair. Wait a minute. I want to see what this is. I used to perm my hair every week. I had fibroids and had to have a hysterectomy. I really want to go natural. I tried it before and it was a disaster. Yeah, because you didn't have the tools. But you know what? I don't know what city you're in. LaWanda Williams. I don't know what city you're in. But, you know, reach out to me. I want to help you through this journey. There's products now. There are techniques. There's so many things, guys, that we can do to our hair to help our hair to continue to be healthy and happy and to grow out naturally, to just have a beautiful time with our hair. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to stay on your natural hair journey. Remember, my natural is my natural. Be sure to click on the link in the description box and definitely provide us with your information. Let us know where you are because I want to give away some things. I told you guys I have all kinds of wonderful giveaways and I have whisper tips to provide for you guys. Don't you guys want a Texture Talk t-shirt? I know it's backwards, but this is what it looks like. It's an amazing shirt that you can have just by clicking on the link and giving us your email information, okay? And I'm going to provide the tips for you. I'm going to provide the tips for you on a weekly basis, and I'll have all kinds of things. And I literally will be in a city near you soon, okay? Last week I was in Washington, D.C. This week I will be in Kansas City, and the week after that I will be in Fayetteville. So I look forward to seeing you guys in a city near you. I'll be in Florida. You know, it really is worth it. And I definitely thank all of you guys for tuning in every week to Texture Talk. It's an amazing journey. You guys, give me some thumbs up. Let me know that you're liking it. Some hand claps and all that good stuff. And I will definitely be back here next week. Remember, your natural is your natural. It's the only way to go. And yes, I really appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Continue to keep the people in Houston in your prayers. And hey, be good to each other, and that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.